Quarterback, I have a situation.
So you get some pretty dreamy roles. You're riding motorbikes, you're running the Starship Enterprise, you're working with Kevin Costner, who's a ledge. Is it just wonderful being Chris Pine?
I mean, I've been very lucky, and I really have. I've gotten to work with Denzel Washington, Reese Witherspoon, and Kenneth Branagh, Kevin Costner, Keira Knightley, and Hathaway early on in my career. So yeah, I've been really, really fortunate.
And I was just talking to Kenneth about the set, and we were saying there's two massive actors in this film playing two really alpha male characters, and you've got Kevin Costner kicking around. Was it just a big testosterone fest?
No, I definitely felt like the young apprentice learning from the older guys, but and it's intimidating to do scenes with men who've been around for a long time and really know their craft and what they're doing. But they were really sweet and gracious, and I learned a lot from them.
He described Kevin as like an oak tree of an actor. He's just so established, and he just lands on set.
Yeah, Kevin. We were doing press in LA, and he came to the press day wearing jeans, cowboy boots, a vest, sunglasses, and I was like, no, that's an American movie star right there.
Now, you sold this as an office job. Why don't you sit down? Now talk me through your very scary scenario. Keep in mind, I don't have your PhD.
What was perhaps your biggest challenge in playing this character? Because, you're doing stunts. I saw you on Daybreak saying you were doing a motorbike scene without a helmet.
Yeah, really not the most intelligent thing. I learned to ride this Ducati. Forget the full name of it. Anyway, it's one of the, I think it may be the heaviest or fastest road bike that they make. And so one of the first days of shooting, I was actually on the east. I was on the FDR somewhere in New York and riding in and out of traffic and without a helmet. Not the smartest thing.
Were you just on there thinking, oh God, I'm too pretty for this. This is scary.
No, you're thinking, don't fall off and don't die. You're just thinking, get through it. It's a lot of fun, though.
Well done on not dying.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. And with your amazing CV of action characters, would we ever see you as Bond?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not English, so I got that against me. Bond's fun. He has the fancy suits and the Aston Martins, and it'd be fun.
And something Ken and I were doing was, because this is such a man's film with big stars in it, what would be the Jack Ryan top tip for being a manly man?
Maybe learn how to run cool.
Run cool?
Yeah, run cool.
How do you run cool?
I watch Tom Cruise films.
What the hell is going on here?
Sometimes the ones closest to us are the ones we should trust the least.
No, I think what people will hopefully enjoy about it is that they'll go into it thinking maybe it's a classic action thriller, and really, your hero's a guy that when he kills someone or when he gets in violent situations is trying to figure it out on the fly, just like many people would who aren't trained assassins. He's not a Jason Bourne or a James Bond. He's a thinking man's hero. And he's a man who loves his wife, and that's kind of the center point of his life, and all this other stuff is just kind of is happening, and he just so happens to be saving the world, but he's not front and center looking for the limelight.
And Jack Ryan's kind of juggling a double life, and he's sort of like keeping a big secret from his girlfriend. What's perhaps the biggest thing in real life you've had to eventually admit to?
That I don't really follow sports. I think as a guy, sometimes you want to go and walk in a room and talk, stats and stuff, and I don't care. I could care less.
I've got male friends that pretend.
I promise you, out of all your guy friends, about 70% are BSing. I know a guy that'll watch like Sky Sports or whatever, watch ESPN in the States, if he knows he's going to watch a football game with his buddies, so he can just talk with his buddies. They'll be like, oh, that Peyton Manning, yeah, he only threw for 30 yards last game. And then it's like, brrr, but he knows if he throws out just a couple, he's like set for the game. You just admitted to me the other day. It was really funny. I was like, I knew it. I knew it.
Oh, that is cute. Well, thanks for speaking to us, Chris.
Right on.
Future Raven is unpredictable.
You Americans like to think of yourselves as direct. Perhaps you are just rude.
Perhaps you're just touchy.